Meghan Markle here.
Today is October 28th, 2025. It is 3:43 a.m. Today is the day I believe Meghan has some new product that's gonna be made live. But I have a lot to share with you, and I've been so lazy and out of it from recording, doing a lot of stuff. I don't know what's going on with me. But anyway, so I just put a list together. I might have two parts, so let's get started. I'm not sure where I'm gonna put this. Let's go on X. First tweet. Alright, so there's this here. Sadly, too many people would have preferred he chose the first lifestyle instead of his own little family. I think I shared this on my community board. So this is what they wanted for Harry, okay? You see him behind his brother and sister-in-law? Just be the third wheel. Meanwhile, they didn't expect him to have this life. Okay, that's him with his wife and children. I remember, which documentary was that? Where he was talking with a group of vets. They were hiking. I don't have that video, but I remember him talking about it with the vets. I think with Invictus. He was like the conversation about family, when you wanted to start a family and things like that. So one thing Harry said, I remember very vividly, is that when he was in the army and the military, he didn't want to start a family because he thought the kind of pain that is put on a family, wife, children, while either spouse is away, it's too much. So he was like, I'm just paraphrasing. He was like, there's no way he was gonna start a family while he was in the army. So Harry, in some shape or form, I don't know if he truly calculated or I don't know, God was guiding him, but he's a very mindful individual. Okay, so that's Archie, Lili, there's Harry and Meghan. These are the little things in life that those kids will remember forever. We did this, we used to do this with our kids. This year, I don't think we're gonna do it because every Saturday, there's something that has to be done. Last Saturday, my youngest had to take a test because he wants to get out of the school that he's in. The school that he's in is from, I believe, kindergarten till high school. So I didn't want to think about high school at all when I choose the school for them. So I was so happy and I was like, okay, they'll just stay there. I don't have to worry about the thing. But they want to leave the school. So, and I said, if you're going to leave the school, you're not just going to go to any public school. You're going to go to a specialized high school and you have to do what you have to do to get in. The specialized high school, they don't just take anybody. You have to take exam to get in. My oldest did it himself. He stayed until he went on to high school. Okay, I didn't have to think. That's my laziness. And before, that's a little bit off now from why we're not doing those pumpkin things this year. But my oldest, when he was in 8th grade, I asked him, what does he want to do? Does he want, if he has any sense of in terms of, I know it's too much. It's a huge question for a young individual. But I wanted to ask him, just in case he had anything in mind. What do you want to do? What are your interests? His thing at that time was basketball. Okay, so if it's basketball, you stay where you are. But if he had any specialized interests, then I would have choose the high school for him, and he will leave. But he didn't tell me anything. He didn't care, whatever. So he stayed. But while he was in high school, at the same school that my youngest is in right now, he decided to leave, and he did everything for him. And the school that I wanted him to go to, that's the one he wanted to go. It's the number one high school in our area. So he applied for two schools, two specialized high school, 1 and 2. They are the number 1 and number 2. And both of them accepted him. He took the exam that my youngest just did over the weekend, and he did, and he had a good guiding counselor that was helping him as well. So he applied for it. All I had to do is sign my name for certain things and get some documents ready for him and things like that. That's what he wanted. I was backing him up. So when both of the schools that he picked accepted him, and he chose the one that he wanted, and I was like, okay, fine. All right. So that's the thing here with my youngest, and he's like, he wants to leave, and I said, what do you want to do? He's into architecture and a lot of technical things. So the school that he wants to go to, it's not about architecture. He wants to do business. So I was like, okay, if this is what you want to do, you have to take the exam. I'm not gonna let you go to any public high school. So he took it this Saturday. I don't know what the thing might be. So and I told him he's gonna apply for every specialized high school that are in the area, because I don't know. Let me not put this out there, but question mark, okay? So I want the choice to be with them. I don't want him to just apply for one. I want him to apply for as many, whichever accepted him. If all of the school accept him, he has option. He could choose now. But anyway, the kids are much older. They have responsibilities. And on Saturdays, my not only he had to take the exam, there's religious study. That's his last year to do that, religious study. I've mentioned this in some past videos. So there's a lot of things that we need to do. The kids have to do, shaping their future. All right. So we didn't do it this year. We still have time, but I'm not the type who like to do this on a Sunday, because Sunday I like to rest a little bit. Okay, hang out and just chill, get ready for the week. With my husband, the kids, they could do whatever they want, but I like Sunday to be a chill day. Saturday, that's when I like to do this kind of things. So we still have time if we're gonna do that. But anyway, that's a long rant. I'm not sure if I'm gonna put it on the video, but it's good to do these things with the kids. You have memories, you take pictures. We have tons of pictures. And I don't think my kids are into it anymore, because if they were, they would have been asking me. And another thing, we also like to do it with the entire family. My husband's side of the family, they too are getting older. The kids are getting older. So I don't know. They didn't mention it. There's a wedding that's coming up, so maybe that's what's in their mind. But we sometimes do it ourselves. So anyway, let's get back to this. This is a good memory for a family with young kids. What his royal rank had in store for him, what his freedom brought him. Okay, so this is that here. Because of her mediocre, went back and mumble, oh, William and Kate. But the thing is that with the royal family, they trained William to be that. And they continue to baby him, not letting him take responsibility for his action. Instead, they're making excuses for him. He will have worked his behind off, and the press will still have used him as a punch ball while scaring off any potential wife. Why? So that he is kept as a court jester. He loves children, and so that will have sent him into a spiral. Cannot marry or serve in the army. Yeah. I've learned that the reason that he learned to fly Apache helicopters, because they could be his family released where he was located in Afghanistan, and then when he wanted to go back, they told him you can't do the same thing. It was too dangerous for the people around him, because I don't know, they after him, and it was too dangerous for the other military people. So they told him, if you want to come back, you have to do something else. And he learned to fly a helicopter, and he went back. All right, I can feel his pain, frustration, and not future. I'll never understand their mindset. The evidence generationally is startling and clear. This is not a healthy environment for anyone, let alone raising kids in, and the money control is absolutely insane. I mean, us people outside of that bubble of the royal family, we see that. Well-minded people see that. But for some reason, I guess for their existence to be where they are, or it could be people around them who have benefited from that, from the royal family, they're making it that way. And this is why Harry said his brother and father are trapped.
My father and my brother, they are trapped. They don't get to leave. And I have huge compassion for that.
Every time I think about this, I'm thinking it started since the Queen father died. All right, I'm glad he has a happy life with his sweet little family. What a miserable life. The whole monarchy needs to be abolished. Nobody should be walking behind anybody or bowing to anybody. The royal family certainly will have. There's someone sent me something. I think Charles was going to, let me go look for it right now since I'm thinking about it. I didn't put it on the list. This video, someone sent it to me. The walkabout will be tricky from now on. King Charles get heckled on today's engagement. Quote, how long have you known about Andrew and Epstein? That was the question. They sound like a valid question to me. All right, 20 seconds. Let's listen.
How long have you known about Andrew and Epstein? Have you asked the police to cover up for Andrew? Have you asked the police?
Look at that lady. I mean, this is the problem. This type of mindset. That lady here being upset of the guy who literally asking a valid question. These are the group that allowing the institution to behave the way that they are. And the worst thing is they're messing with other people's children. Come on. Look at the lady's face. And I've seen some other tweets making fun of this lady. Or not making fun, talking about her. Let's finish listening.
To cover up for Andrews, Charles. What do you think? Should the MPs be allowed to debate the royals in the House of Commons? How long have you known about Andrew and Epstein?
Okay, so let's see some of the comment here. Royalist was triggered. Did you see her face? She was pulling her hair out. That's for comment. I know, right? Why was that silly woman getting so worked up? There's the laugh here. I love that the heckle has a nice loud voice. Okay, maybe this is what I saw. People were talking about it. The poor working class furious at Charlie being asked legitimate questions, aggressively jumping to the defense of the billionaire tough who would have give her the scrap from his dog's bowl. Why are people so desperate to bow and scrape? The gross subservient is insane. Oh my God, why does she look like Trump too? There's that. Finally, someone with the courage to ask what millions have been shouted for years. That question took more guts than anything coming out of the palace lately. Bravo to whoever dared to speak truth to a king who spent his reign hiding behind silence and scandals. Good job. So there's all of this. He'll have had MI5 and MI6 Secret Service reports on Andrew years ago. Not so sure himself. Close friend with two pedophiles, Seville and Bishop Ball. Being close friend with one pedophile is unfortunate, but two, there's that. Okay, there's a article. Didn't take long for him to start to exit stage. Not my king. There's that. There's all of that. Okay, so someone sent that to me. Let's go to the next tweet. Back on my list. There were other things. Let me pause for a second and see what else she sent me. That squatty who be tagging me about articles and tweets that worth sharing. So let me see what else she sent me. Okay, so it's this one, but I'll put it on my next video. Okay, you could pause and read this, but I'll put it on my next video. Let's go to the next tweet, okay, that I have on my list. All right, so there's this. It is hilarious how a video and pictures of a couple with their kids and friend at Pumpkin Farm in California is winding up people who claim the couple and their kids are irrelevant. May Bone Thug and Disharmony and their fans forever be wound up by the joy of those who escape their nasty clutches. There's that. This is just someone who's laughing, the GIF. Okay, not Bone Thug and Disharmony. I'm screaming. There's that. Okay, that part. Let's pause this. Bone Thug and Disharmony. I'm dying for the for the win. Bone Thug and Disharmony. Love that Bone Thug and Disharmony. Okay, I'm dying at Bone Thug and Disharmony. All right, so let's go to the next tweet. The squad know how to make each other. I mean, you could understand the thing that's they're writing about, but sometimes they are so sarcastic with it. All right, next tweet. The deranged psychopath, which include royal reporters and the tabloid media, have been questioning Harry and Meghan's hands full since 2018. They can't quite accept that they are a royal couple that are actually in love with each other and that physical touch is their love language. They prefer their royals to be miserable and especially wish this on Meghan. God is good. Alright, so she retweeted that. Is there a reason that the deranged psychopaths are now questioning why Harry and Meghan are holding hands? Is this weird to them or something? Alright, so there's only one comment on response to it. One brother married for love, the other married for the firm. A woman that was easy to manage and discipline for the firm. There was not to be a repeat of Diana. Alright, so let's go into the part that they retweet. Okay, it's not too many responses as well. I don't think I've seen a photo when they are not holding hands. There's the thinking face here. I'd be more surprised if they weren't. Okay, about Harry and Meghan. It's just them being weird, Robbie. They don't know any other way. Yes, because no one wants to be anywhere near them. They are jealous of the loving couple. Alright, so let's go to the next tweet. Now they're talking about Archie. All right, so there's that. Every time I look at Archie's back, look at his shoulder. That's Harry completely. This is Harry. Wow. Archie is literally a mini Harry down to the clothes. Yep. He's going to be taller than Meghan in a few years. Yeah. Right there by the arm. In terms of height. The face is Meghan. The stance and fashion is all Harry. Adorable. Same walk. He really is. He is going to be so tall, so it's magical to see this. It really is. Yep, he's got Meghan's facial features and Harry's physique hair. Well, we don't know too much, with the exception of the old baby pictures we've seen, like the one that Meghan was reading books, but as he gets older, we're not seeing the face clearly. I just love this for Harry and Meghan and their family, just doing normal things with their kids. That's little Harry right there. Even his shoulders are like his dad. Yep. He even walks like him, for real. Great picture. I think he has his grandmother's long legs. Girl, yes. There's the thumbs up. There's the heart. Let's go to the next tweet. Okay. I completely get that fans are excited to see Harry and Meghan's kids, but the tabloid media stalk our accounts. These still were lifted from a fan account and used in this Daily Mail article. They truly will not have spent the time to slow down each frame to try and get a glimpse of their faces. They wait to see what fans spot. Let's just be more cognizant of what we post when it comes to their kids. I, for one, didn't even see them in the frame until I saw these stills. Yeah, I think I saw it. The tweet that shows Harry and Meghan's the kids, but I don't know if I put it on a video. And I put it in a video to share with you? I think I skipped it. But this squad is saying, be careful what you post, because we already know Harry and Meghan don't want to show the kids' picture, and I'm sure they took their time and to make sure the things that they share with us, than really show the kid's face. But you know, when in a video things are moving, you don't quickly spot certain things. But the squad, it may not be the squad though. It may not be a squad who actually did the original post of that shows the kid's face. But they felt they all over our accounts. That's why I don't really post that much. I've always said that when I'm on X, I very rarely start a brand new conversation. I will respond to that I'm aware of, or I will retweet some funny things which I very rarely share with you, cat videos or people's doing silly things. I will repost. But to start something brand new, something have to trigger me. And usually when I do this type of post, it usually take more than one. I'll create it as a thread because I have so much to say. Either something bothers me or whatever. But yeah, very rarely I start a conversation. Okay, yes, I actually asked the person to please take them down. The mail are just too quick. Can the mail print pictures without the parents' permission? But the thing is that it was public. Harry and Meghan made it public. So this is why they can't do anything about that. Not true, but they did. Yeah, I agree. But the tabloid will get sued to... not in this aspect. I'm sorry. If the tabloid posts the face of the kids on something Harry and Meghan had made public, I don't think Harry and Meghan have any grounds. It's just that next time they need to be extra careful with those videos. Or just put still images only. And I think these videos that they post, I don't think they were thinking of sharing it with us. Maybe after they finish, though, like Meghan have said, after they finish enjoy the images, the event, and they look at it and say, okay, I'll put this here, put that there. But I don't think Harry and Meghan have any ground to sue the papers of this. And this is why the papers took it off of someone else. Like I said, it may not even be a Sussex squad. It could be a bogus account claiming to be a Sussex squad and put it so the paper could tag on off of it. So they don't get blamed. So they don't say they were the first one to do it. All right. But if you're a Sussex squad, a true fan of Harry and Meghan, just be careful. Yeah, I agree. But the tabloid will get sued to high heaven if they try it. There are laws in the UK too over this. I cropped out the kids' faces, but the tabloid printed it. They took the exact still that were posted by a fan account. That's terrible. Fans like this sucks. Okay, I think they just get excited and mean no harm, but realistically, the video was so fast, it's blank and you missed it. Harry and Meghan do not show their kids' faces, and I don't think it's very nice for fans to slow down the video. I really don't think it's a fan. It may appear to be a fan account, but the tabloid, they have multiple bogus accounts, you know, to be part of the conversations, but they're not true fans. They're just there to either, I don't know, spread misinformation or to tag on something. All right, when they're writing a real article. Harry and Meghan do not show their kid faces, and I don't think it's very nice for friends to slow down video just to take screen grabs of them. Is that what you want to do? Keep the images to yourself. Again, the kids were fleeting in the video. I watched it many times, didn't even catch it. All right, yep, the derangers also found them and predictably picked them apart. The fan should have done a suggested and take the post down. Yeah, I saw that people asked for them to be taken down, but I didn't want to pile on. Okay, I didn't see their faces, and I looked at the video many times. All right, were there more than one pumpkin patch videos? I can't find this still in Meghan's pumpkin video. Okay, and when that fan was alerted to this, she insists that Meghan posted, yeah. I hate to say that, yeah. Yeah, that's the key thing here. They posted it. The parents posted it. There's no legal ground there for Harry and Meghan to sue. Unfortunately. We need to think logically. And I think with that, Meghan Meghan and Harry will be extra careful and refuse. Oops, I didn't want to go in. And refuse to delete the tweet. Meghan then post still. She literally went looking through the video to find the kids' faces and posted them. I can't believe that person's lack of thinking. It may not be a squatty. It may not be a fan. It could be one of the derangers who pretend to be a fan. I like that post, but I didn't retweet. Some fans do way too much and disregard. That's so crazy. Alright, so like I said, these are the tactic of the royal rats. They have multiple accounts, okay, to be anything that they want to be on social media. And then with those multiple accounts, they could start a misinformation, okay? They spread a rumor, and then once the rumor spread by many people and with their multiple accounts, they keep on retweeting. And then the true account will then pick it up, write a story. That's where they earn their money. We should know the tactic already. If this is something that happens, the fans will not do that. Okay? Harry and Meghan's fan will not do that. So it has to be a deranger or one of the royal rats. Okay? Remember at one point, some of the royal rats were copying some of the Sussex Squad's account. They will copy the name, but change something slightly. Let's say, I don't know, let's say the word karma, okay? Karma, K-A-R-M-A. Then they will either change the K to a C or keep the K and change the A to a E. One of the A's to a E. Okay, and then everything else will be the same. And then they will go and write their misinformation, do their nonsense, and things like that. That happened already. A couple years ago. I probably reported in one of my videos. So the derangers and the royal rats, I think this is who do it. Because the squaddies will not do that. And then because it's from the image, from the video, the post that Meghan posted, there's no ground for Harry and Meghan to sue. They just have to let it be and just be careful next time. Alright, as much as I love seeing Prince Archie and Princess Lili, I dread every time Harry and Meghan Sussex decided to post their kids because it's inevitably lead to weird obsessed royalist trolls bullying literal children. Like, why are you as a full-grown adult making fun of a kid's hair? Yeah, I remember that tweet. It was within one of my videos. I was reading and one of the people in the comment was saying something about Meghan should do something with Lili's hair. I'm like, what the hell? They're private citizen. I remember what I said at that time. It's in one of my videos yesterday. All right. Karma will deal with them. Karma always collects. They are evil, truly. Okay, whatever's here, that's it. Alright, bottom up. Right? I don't get it. That's Diana's grandbaby. You cannot say you love Diana and be so cool to her family. It's so disgusting, and I'm sorry, but the way that they complain about not seeing the kids' faces is really PDF coded, in my opinion, because those are the only type of people disobsessed with children. Alright. I try to ignore the kids' posts for the most part because everyone gets a little too invested both negatively and positively, and it's honestly unsettling. What was with that? All my nieces hated having their hair washed, and I didn't see that her hair was dirty anyway. The derangers will pick anything to about Harry and Meghan's family to say anything negative. Alright? Some of them even complain about the Paris fashion show. Okay? We all saw how beautiful and how standout that moment was for Meghan. She literally takes people's breath away. You hear the people as she walking. Wow.
Yeah. Oh wow.
But the derangers, no. So you just have to ignore them. Don't go into their negative space. I know it's hard to do, but sometimes when I'm reading those comments and they say they're nonsense, I will respond back. But don't invest too much in their negativity. It's jealousy. Those two beautiful babies are loved and cared for. The bitter witches are envious of that. I agree with that. They are showing that through their numerous posts, the Sussexes are living their blessed lives and will continue to do so. It's jealousy coupled with a lack of empathy and the decorum. To go after children takes a weird and depraved mind. Yeah. Okay. So let's go to the next tweet. And this is why I be careful with the other brothers' children as well. And I've said it many times. This is their time to, even though the parents are, you know, using them, but they are children. It's when they are adult, let's say 18, 19, they start showing their true self, then yeah, I might have something to say. But I'm not going to drag them down like right now. They are children. They listen to their parents. All right, look what's happening with the York sisters. I read some of my comments. Some of you said, no, they're not buying my excuses. I'm not saying for you to agree with me, but I was just saying the perspective of mine. But I read them. Let me see something. I'm not sure which video. I think it's this one. Let me see. 32 comments. Okay, this is the era of Harry and Meghan. Okay, one day ago. When it comes to the wedding. Okay, let me pause and see which of the comments that relates to the York sisters. Alright, there's this here. Not really about... Oh, maybe it's not that. Okay, the firm and men in gray suits are about plotting and planning to keep their agenda alive. They are about keeping secrets and bringing them out at the right time. Who can forget? The fly, the wasps, and the bee. Alright, this person gets it. Full and that's exactly that. Alright, when they do things or they make the royal family do certain things, it's a plotting for whatever narrative they have set. They don't let everything out all at once. It's like that royal writer was saying, drip, 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 drip. Okay, with the tabloid, it's the same thing. They have a objective, and to get to the objective, they need to linger it. Plotting, do different steps, different phases, and get those people involved. So that's not the tweet here. I'm surprised. Oh, maybe this is why. All right. Okay. When it comes to wedding, okay. I think this was it, and let me pause one more time. Yeah, perfect. These two tweets, these two comments I'm gonna read, they make sense. Okay, I already like them. So there's this here. They wanted that massive party, and they either couldn't afford it or they wanted someone else to pay for it. No one told them to. The only other big 18th birthday bash I can remember was Charles when he was made Prince of Wales, and William's 21st birthday bash at Windsor Castle. I can't remember Harry having any big birthday. Okay, so that's, I believe, in that video where did I mention they were dressed up at the African theme? Is that, I don't remember what was in the video. This is why I said you guys need to put timestamp so I know what you're talking about. It was over the top, like Sarah and Andrew. One of the York sisters' 18th birthday where they invite Andrew. I think that's what it's making reference to. I'm sure a huge check was handed over to Sarah. It seems like Sarah Ferguson was friends with every high-profile pedo going. In my opinion, it was always for a fee. Remember, Sarah was caught selling access to Andrew for 500,000 pound. I think that's how they operate. Sarah set up the deal and got the money, and Andrew hosted them. It takes him out of the money entanglement. So if it goes wrong, Sarah takes the fall. That's a very good point. Leaving him untouched, I guess that's what it is. Leaving him untouched. She is no longer his wife on paper. So what are they going to do to her? Tell her she shouldn't use her title like they have now. Sarah was no longer a member of the family, although the effect won't matter. The queen was a figurehead. They told her what to do, and she did. Okay? And she did it. It's men in gray suit that operate everything. And I agree with this. Alright? So what's the thing about, let's see. Criminality and sexually assaulting underage girls in foreign countries and secretive island, as was reported about Epstein and Andrew participation, and no shape or form logically compute with having a wedding. Prince Harry didn't know what Andrew or any of these perverts were doing. He might know, but he doesn't let people aware what he knows. Those 400 pages he removed from his book, I don't know. Question mark, okay? But let's continue. Queen Elizabeth II was never implicated with such nonsense. I'm sorry. This is not computing logically for me. So she put the timestamp, okay? Andrew has 2 brothers and 1 sister. None has been accused of the molestation attributed to Andrew. There's other people in the royal family that you don't hear too much about being implicated with the Epstein thing. Okay, there are others, but for some reason Andrew have been so deep into the Epstein thing. That's why you're hearing so much about him. But there are other people in the royal family that are part of the nonsense. Okay, go watch that video. I don't remember what I said in it, but just look at the thumbnails. That tells you something. Back in the 80s, Andrew wanted to marry an American actress. His parents said no because she was supposedly in the soft porn films. This is the facade of the institution. Okay? They want to... This is why so many people thought they were above a lot of things, those pettiness. Okay? In the front, and, you know, to the public, they're above these things. But meanwhile, they're worse. They're worse than soft porn kind of thing. At least whoever that actress was, I know who this comment is making reference to, that actress. I looked into it once. I forgot her name. All right. At least that lady is honest with herself. But the royal family is pretending that they don't do this type of things. But when you look at their history, the things, their friendship with pedophile and all of that. So in the facade, they're making believe that they're perfect. They don't do this kind of things. But in the back, it's just garbage. Garbage things. They're worse than sewage, the behavior, the things that they do. Okay? So that's that. I think the name of the person is Stock or something like that. The person Andrew, the American actress Prince Andrew wanted to date or something like that. And this is the thing that's killing those royal family. The people that they wanted to marry, the institution refused to let them be. Okay, so if this person, that actress, was about soft porn or whatever, pretty much Andrew was pretty much in his element with her. So the thing, when I looked in it, it has to do with, I believe they were still connected. One of that actress' kids, I don't know how many kids she has, but one of her kids, I think Andrew is the godfather or something. So there's a possibility Andrew probably continued the relationship and they can't make things public, and they made him the godfather of the actress's daughter. I'm just saying. But anyway, let's get back to the original recording. Okay, my point is that Andrew has always been out there. Finding Jeffrey Epstein was the kind of lifestyle he was thrilling for, in my humble opinion. I agree. Oh, see, I put the like. I agree. But the kids, the 2 York sisters, I'm not going full blown to make excuses for them, even though in the video I explained my point of view and things like that. And I think the example that I used was when Harry was getting married with Meghan. Charles wanted Michael Fawcett to do the reception. And knowing Michael Fawcett have been implicated in some shady deals for Charles, and I assume there was a plan to do some crazy nonsense for that. But it didn't take place because Harry did not use him. Harry and Meghan used someone else to do the reception. Okay, that was the thing I was saying. And I think I use another example where this guy, that Middle Eastern guy, Charles sent to donate to Santa Bali. Okay, and then when it's time for him to give the money for the Santa Bali thing, there was some sort of stipulation. And Harry was like, no, it's about the children. It's not about me. I'm not going to the Middle East to dine and party with you and things like that. Okay, so there's always some implication, some objective for them to offer their help. That's what I'm saying. And then they probably use the same thing in a way to manipulate the York sisters. I don't know. Okay, I was just giving an example, okay, where I think about some of these things, all right? So I like this type of responses. I don't expect anybody to agree with the way that I see certain things. When I see this type of comment, the pushback, I like it, okay? It's not coming out of nowhere to bash and this and that. So yeah, but anyway, let's get back to this. I had to it caught my attention to bring it up while I was talking about some of these things here. Okay, I think this is the next tweet, right? I for one thinks it's weird that news organizations around the world are reporting about a family Sunday trip to a pumpkin patch. Seriously, it's cute, but how is that news? To distract from the real issue, it's a bait and switch. The royal family uses tabloid and social media to assault, misalign, demean, and denigrate Meghan and have made since 2016. The more people mad at Meghan at a pumpkin patch, the less people are mad at Andrew for having sex with a 17-year-old when he was 42 and work shy Willie and Kate. I'm only seeing positive articles, okay? It is very, very strange. I think she was making reference to the caption. Okay, sometime when I read the captions, I made reference to it, but I respond in reference to the caption. Okay, it's very, very strange. I just saw someone figure out which pumpkin patch they went to. Okay, do people not find that weird? All right, let's to comment. Let's see here. All right, that's truly. It is then judge how the kids were dressed. It's a pumpkin patch. Who cares? It's psychotic and dangerous for the Sussexes. Especially if you're going on a farm. There's dirt, mud, and things like that. You don't want to put your best dress. Oh my God. Okay, a picture of the specific royal family are always fascinating to the public. Meghan knows how to manage this. It is good that the children's faces are concealed. Unlike the one of the tweets that I share, someone was able to go frame by frame with the video to get the kid's face. Among other tricks Meghan uses, it's nice seeing how they are growing but being kept safe. It's managed by a savvy team. This is the thing. Once Meghan understands the way the Salty Island operates, she gets it and it clicks. She knows how they deal, the royal rats deal, and she's like, nah, you're not gonna control me. So if this is the way you operate, let me show you how I deal with your tactic. And at the same time, Meghan is working on a fine line while she's keeping the royal rats at bay, but yet still cater to her fan. Okay, because she knows many of her fans, especially many of the squaddies who throw prayers for her and things like that. She still wants to at least cater to her supporters. All right, let's read everything. People are probably looking for homeless stories. There is so much chaos in the world at the moment. I must admit, I like a break from the horror and evil government. I haven't been looking at the government at all. You know what's weird? There is election in the US going on right now. For some reason, why did I think it's like primary? It's literally where you have to pick the person to be in office. I completely forgot, but tomorrow I'm going to do it in person. It's early voting, so I'm going to do it. The power of the Sussexes is undeniable. Due to them being a permanent fixture in the news cycle, it's an addiction they've yet to overcome. Addiction they've yet to overcome. And then when you look at Harry and Meghan's content, okay? Contents that, especially on IG, that little video Meghan put out, it's a good distraction to get away from the chaos, like this comment said, of the government. The government literally is dictating how you live your life. This is the thing many people didn't take seriously come last November. But when you see little videos here and there about Harry and Meghan, it's a little distraction. Feel good story, and that is what we need right now. Exactly. Okay, because the leftovers are boring. I love it. And yes, it's news. It serves as a reminder to parents to try to carve out some time to have fun with their children. It's her PR and overdrive. Okay, next tweet. Yesterday, I made an appointment, a dental appointment, thinking they're not going to give me something right away, but they gave it to me for today. So later, I have a dental appointment. I didn't expect that. Next tweet. Grown adults bully the Sussex's kids, but if we start bullying y'all back, we are wrong. All right, so I don't come across these tweets that's bullying the Sussex's kids, but this is what this is making reference to. I block many of the derangers anyway, so it doesn't come on my timeline. Okay, am I wrong to point out that the demographics on Sussex haters suggest that derangers likely won't be around to see the children and to their teens, especially since the haters tends to live in mold and put off medical care so they can troll online all day? But the response is, you're not wrong. But the thing is, you just never know. Sometimes the people you think who's gonna go first, they're not the one who's gonna go first. So we just zip it. Let karma do its thing. This is why I usually say, baggage for God. You just never know. All right. We always said that kids were off limit, but when they start on Archie and Lili, all right, welcome to the abyss. I'm still gonna stay away from William's kids. They still kids. Some of the thing that's happening is not their fault. I remember, I think during the Jubilee, the youngest of William's kid was acting up, and I don't know, I went in a way to defend him because he's a child. I did a video about that when I came across a tweet that was talking negative about him. I mean, one of the things I remember saying is that they should bring something, a toy, for him to be distracted, because kids are not adults sitting for hours on something he probably find very boring when he wants to run around. And that's the problem with the institution. They're doing some stupid things, sitting for hours, bringing children. And kids like to run around. If you don't want them to run around, bring something to distract them. I don't know. A toy or something. Give them your phone or whatever, a tablet to distract them. All right, that part. That's why I always choose violence with those people. I go lower than the depths of hell in my comebacks. It's what they deserve. Exactly. Every single last one of them are cowards who want to cry victims when somebody calls them on their BS. Okay, I don't agree with bullying kids, but I'll bully you. Let's go. This is my last one for this video. I have a video from yesterday I need to edit. Next tweet. I'm ready for when Meghan announces as ever global tomorrow. Okay, today, the 28th, that's when she has her thing coming out. She posted on her IG, staying the Lulu until things become true Lulu, because that's the only Solulu. Oh my God, that's kind of crazy funny in that aspect. I pray so then I could spend the shipping money on buying even more goods. All right, like Chris. Okay, that's an ad. Let's stop. I'm so stealing this. LOL, international shipping will be great, but I hope there is enough products in stock for the holiday season. It's not going to happen anytime soon. Packages, postal problem is not over. Besides, so much scope still in the US. Yeah, with what's going on with tariff and all that, no, I don't think so. That's my opinion on that. But then again, maybe Meghan has a solution. Maybe they're producing it overseas on whichever country she wants to sell to. That's the only way she could probably skip that. Let's say, for instance, when she went to France at the Paris Fashion Week. While she was there, this is my stupid idea. Okay, don't come after me. This is an example how she could probably solve that shipping problem. Okay? This is not to say Meghan is doing that. So let's say while she was in Paris Fashion Week, she went and talked, well, it's so soon, maybe they've been talking over the phone and things like that. But to finalize it, she used the Paris Fashion Week to sign whatever deal, finalize everything. Okay? There's a company in France that will process her gem, for instance. Okay, while she's there and went and checked and everything is in order, this is the way she wants things to be done. Even after she left France, she's still talking over the phone, FaceTime, and do things, business stuff behind the scene, and said, okay, today October 28th, we will be shipping to France only. But guess where the shipping will be at? It will process in France, package in France, and ship in France. So they solve the problem of the tariff thing. Similar how she does it in the US. Packages, process, do all the thing inside the US and ship in the US only. And for whichever country, let's say in the UK, find a company who's willing to stay discreet. I think that would be the last place. Willing to stay discreet. Don't let anybody knows you're doing that for as ever. Process it, package it, and only sell to the UK. It doesn't leave the country. It's when it's coming in the country, that's where the fees gonna hit you. All right, so that would be one way of solving it, but we don't know. We'll see when the things start. Okay, it's not going to happen anytime soon. Packages postal problem is not over. Besides, so much scope still in the US. The way I'm gonna order that was to stock up, haha. And the other thing as well, especially in the US, I'm not talking about international. Mark Cuban. This is something he needs to take his flowers and he did his civic duty. When the tariff thing was being discussed in the US leading up to the election, he did his part as a citizen, US citizen, to inform people, because not everybody knows how these things work. To inform people how bad it would be for the country. So he did several interviews on business TVs, I think Bloomberg and different places, explaining how that would be bad.
You argue that Donald Trump's are particularly, I think you used the word insane. What did you mean by that?
Yep. Well, first of all, strategic tariffs aren't bad. So if a company's trying to dump, or a country's trying to dump in the United States and we have a manufacturer there, tariff them, that's great. But across the board tariffs, 10 or 20%, is just inflationary. It's a tax on the American consumer. But to make matters even worse, and what's truly insane, when you threaten a legendary company like John Deere with a 200% tariff if they move, but only a 10 or 20% tariff on China, what you're doing is you're making it easy for the Chinese competitors to take business away from John Deere. That is the definition of insane.
And this is someone who had voted for Trump the first time. And he learned from the first time and he didn't make the same mistake. It's very sad to see some of the farmers in the US then do the same thing as Mark Cuban. They voted for Trump the first time and they got hit from Trump type of management, the governance. And then they went and voted for him again. That is even worse. And I'm hearing what other country from South America is sending their product over here. Oh my God. So that's that. Kudos to Mark Cuban. You deserve your flowers for doing what you did, even though people didn't listen to you. Okay. So that is it. Please take a moment to subscribe, like, and share. If you want to support this channel, there's a PayPal link and a Cash App link in the description. You could donate. Those who have donated, thank you. All right, so that is it. The prayer for this video is may God bring light and wisdom to all of us, and common sense. All right, so that's it. Thank you for watching.
Vanaka. It is a great privilege to be with all of you today.
You know, we ask for forgiveness and please come back.
As you saw me find the love and happiness that I'd hoped for all my life.